think all these rooms have a little bit.
Well, folks, I'm at Lake Moeraki Motels, and Jerry McSweeney is the owner with Anne, is showing us around. It is, I tell you what, it is absolutely stunning.
This was a company called Evan Jones Construction.
I mean,
So Evan Jones Construction did this. Chris Yates Construction did the restaurant there. So they're all West Coast builders.
Wow. And you have no trouble getting tradesmen or anything?
We find that West Coast builders understand you've got to build remotely. If you're a Christchurch builder, they sort of see the suburbs of Christchurch as remote. And yes, the lawns look a bit messy because they were mown by me yesterday, and we've had a bit of a hell of a season to try and mow lawns, haven't we?
Well,
I don't know, it's been a Hokitika, but
it's not been good.
it's just rained reasonably persistently. It's rained heavy, and then you have fine spells. So we I think the figure is we have the same sunshine hours as Christchurch, but 5 times the rainfall.
well, Coasters, I'll introduce you again to Jerry McSweeney. Jerry, thanks for showing us around. Look, we're in the middle of difficult times, aren't we?
Yes, we are, and two counts really. One is that obviously we've got fear about the virus, and the other is with the stock market crash. A lot of people measure their wealth in terms of their stocks and shares, and they now see on paper that, for example, their KiwiSaver is worth less than it was last week. But in fact, it doesn't matter because they're not cashing up their KiwiSaver for 10, 20, 30 years. And I think New Zealand is a great place to have a holiday instead of taking your money overseas.
And we've got heaps of coasters in Dunedin, Christchurch, Nelson. Most of them won't have seen what they're going to see on the videos I've just taken. This place is just stunning.
Yeah. Well, we had a lawyer from Kerry last night who
Right.
was on tour Aotearoa, TA, the great bike trip from Cape Reinga to Bluff, and he brought a big group and they stayed with us last night. And he'd been with us 2 years ago, and he wanted all these folk to experience Moeraki, and so they arrived about 4 o'clock, having biked 100 kilometres. They then fed the giant eels, went on a rainforest and bird trip, went kayaking, came out with us to look at the stars, then came in for breakfast this morning and packed up a whole lot of extra breakfast to have for their lunch, and they're biking today to Wanaka, which is 160 kilometres.
Wow.
So this amazing tour, it's 1,300 people, mostly New Zealanders, cycling from one end of New Zealand to the other.
Goodness me, now, I noticed on the road coming down, there'll be 30 or 40 cyclists that we've passed just an hour or so back to the north.
Yeah,
They're heading for you?
a tranche of 100 each day are released from Cape Reinga. They have 30 days to complete the tour, and they're going in batches of 100. And they're all on mountain bikes because about half the route is on mountain bike trails, including the Western Wilderness Trail, which they're biking as part of this tour.
It's been a great success, hasn't it?
It is a great success. My only comment is they need to have high-vis jackets, because quite a lot of them are in black. But anyway,
we noticed that. Actually, we noticed
I
that.
just think even though it's a wonderful highway, fantastically scenic, you got to be careful because it's not particularly wide. But they're having a great time.
So, Jerry, when does your season finish at Lake Moeraki here?
We have about a 9-month season, so we'll be finished at the end of April.
Okay.
And our busiest months really are from sort of November penguin season, December, January, February, and probably half of March. So we're in the wind down phase now.
I remember one of the first films that I saw that you featured in was at Munro Beach with
penguins?
With penguins, and
Yeah.
it's a few years ago now. We were both a bit younger, and it was fantastic. And so they still go down there?
We still take penguin trips twice a day. We have a license from Conservation Department, and we've looked after these penguins for 30 years. We've poisoned the rats, we've trapped the stoats, and we've encouraged people not to take their dogs into the colony. So we've actually seen our penguin numbers at the site we go to triple over 30 years, from 30 pairs to about 100 pairs.
Well, actually, that's got to tell you something, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I mean, and the other thing is because we sit in the same place to keep everybody under control, the penguins actually come up and they almost see us as part of the furniture. They wave their little flipper. But no, it's great because a lot of penguins around the world are in trouble, and these ones are doing really well.
Now, I hate to ask the question, but cell phone reception. Did we get it across the line?
We did.
Oh, we
And
did?
We've got a cell phone tower
Oh.
at the gate.
Oh, in that
We-
case, can I ask a question? Do you have cell phone reception here?
No, at the gate we have 4 bars.
Yes.
Halfway down the driveway you have 2, and at the lodge we have 1 bar.
4 bars at the gate, though.
4 bars at the gate. So you'll see a lot of people walking up there with their phones.
Oh, that's
and
fantastic.
that was a good effort from Mayor Bruce Smith. I think he played a key part.
Well, I think it was you planting the seed that did the job.
So we've now got cell phone in local areas. The thing is, they're on low power, so you've got to be right close to the tower to get good reception.
Of course.
It's a start, and I think this year we're getting a fibre optic cable all the way down the west coast, which will make it even better.
About what did we hear? $30 million.
Something like
So it's
that.
a huge figure.
Yeah.
So that's fantastic. Make a big difference. Well, Jerry, thanks so much for your time. And coasters, you'll see this in there's actually 3 videos I've done here today. Have a look at the dining area, the Red Dog Saloon. This place, every time I come here, it just blows me away. Jerry, thanks so much. Really appreciate it.
That's great, Bruce.
and
It's great
enjoy-
to have you promoting this area in a time of challenge. But it is a time of challenge, but let's remember, challenge equals opportunity. So there's all sorts of things that we can show people.
Coasters, that's from a very wise man. Catch you later.